Morning, y'all. Okay. Couple interesting things showed up today. Okay, Google. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's good. It's good to see Jaunty last night. It was awesome. It's brilliant. You can see my skull. All right, cool. Getting ready to rock and roll. I will unplug. Take this portable heater back upstairs. Mom bought a new heater. One that actually works properly. House is 14 degrees Celsius. I think T-Bray and Regina, I think they have left the channel and want nothing to do with me, but can't really fault them. I'm meant to purge who I'm supposed to purge, and who is meant to be here is supposed to be here. You know, that's just how it's gonna work. But we're moving forward. I love you, proud of you, appreciate you, grateful for you. Yeah, there's a couple things, pretty cool things. I have a shift in perspective on something, which is pretty dope. Also, the weather is much warmer, but we're not going to go for the longer walk, only because my feet is already still cold, and the phone battery is not going to last. I can already tell. So once we get outside, I'll start talking about what came through. Actually, it was this morning what it came through, which is pretty cool. All right, where are you, my honey? There you are. Love you, proud of you, appreciate you, grateful. Let's have an amazing day, babe. Drink some water. So a video popped up on my feed on that YouTube channel. And it's interesting. It was talking about taking a winter walk. Now, you know me in this channel. I don't look for really anything much, unless I'm looking for music or like, you know, reviews on something or, you know, tech product or something. I don't really go looking for how to do X, Y, Z, unless it's some tech related thing. Your winter walks. Go for a winter walk every morning. Challenge yourself for 20 minutes a day, which I mean, we do more than 20 minutes. But she gave me, she mirrored back some reminders as to why we should be doing this. And I'm going to get to it. There's a reason why I named the live stream Guilt today. There's always a reason behind everything. Okay, Google, turn off light. The house is still cold. It's like 14 degrees Celsius in the house. I know that sounds hot, but for a house is normally supposed to be around 21 to 23 degrees. Ah, yeah, it's warm. Yeah. Like in comparison to what we've experienced in the last little while, yeah, this is warm. I got some leaves to pick up when I come back. You can hear the melting happening. It's cool. How awesome. So she was mentioning about winter walks and why, you know, the winter season is the time when a lot of people regress and they stop. They don't progress. Let me just take a little moment here, walk a little slow. Why it's important to keep going, she was saying, right? She's like, make sure like when you're going outside, you don't bundle up too much. You're training your body for the cold. And it's funny because last night mom asked me, you want to take the portable heater? I'm like, nope, I'm training my body for accepting the cold for what it is. You know, in these next couple days, it's going to be really warm. So this is a nice like little break. But she gave me a reason why it's important to keep going outside. Look, we've been outside in minus 20 degrees and it's like been piss cold. Like it's been really, really cold. But to not see it as a problem, but to see it as a purpose. She was mentioning, you know, and I remember the brown fats. If you don't know what the brown fats are, it's good for burning calories and giving you proper insulation with your body. So I do have proper circulation with my body. It's just that your hands and your toes are usually the first two places where it freezes. And I don't subscribe to, I have Renards or whatever they call it. I don't subscribe to that nonsense. Because if I subscribe to it, that means I have it. And if I don't subscribe to it, then I don't have it. This is how you use what we call gaslighting yourself into a positive way. Because like what you tell yourself, remember, reality is a placebo. So, and it's all energy. How do you think all diseases are formed? Imbalance of energies, right? So she was mentioning like the benefits of going outside. Like, of course, we know getting the fresh air, right? getting that fresher air. It helps with serotonin and the dopamine levels, where you get to release these things in the winter. Now, imagine I was staying inside all day, right? That's where, you know, your mood will drop, and like, because I get to come outside, and notice I get to come outside, and that's a perspective shift. I get to do this, right? That means I'm getting the body resilient. Because the other thing too about when you're outside in the cold, you're getting your body resilient to like other things, like other like illnesses, right? Because you're strengthening your body. So she's like, I know that this is the season where people start to regress and people start to, you know, slow down, but now isn't the time to slow down. Now is the time to actually to build your resolve, build your fortitude. And I was like, I like this chick. I like this sister. I like the perspective she had. I wasn't hating my walks. I was just like, I just wish it wasn't so damn cold. But you know, the funny thing is, and I said this, if I didn't experience those really, really cold mornings, I wouldn't appreciate this morning that I have right now. Because everything is known in comparison, right? I know what it feels like to stream and walk in minus 20 degrees Celsius now. And it sucks. But I'm also grateful that I did it, because now I have the perspective on it's actually pretty warm. Like this is warmer cold. Oxymoron. Morning, sister. Have a great day. Like this is an oxymoron. Warmer, cold. Like, yeah, it's a warmer, cold temperature. It's not summer. Clearly, you can still see that there's lots of snow around, right? Tons of snow. But it has given me a shift in perspective. The sun isn't out, but I'm still feeling great. And I'm feeling great because I shifted a couple things. So I'm really grateful for that sister and that video that popped up. It was necessary. I was not looking at anything walking related or winter related, nothing like that. So it's pretty cool that video popped up. Morning.
Good morning.
Enjoy your day. And then I get to breathe fresh air. I can still see my breath, and it's still cold. Like when you can see your breath, you know it's cold. But to appreciate this, to you know, to enjoy this, and I am. And keep going, keep taking the walks every day, no matter how cold it is in the morning, because it's just building a resolve. And it's right, because like, you know, the one thing that I also do still is dunk myself into cold water when I'm about to go shower. Like as soon as the shower turns on, like I plunge myself into the cold water, even in this minus 20 degree weather. Like I'm feeling cold and I still do it, because it's training your body to do the harder things too, right? When you're also going outside in the cold, she was mentioning this, so it's basically ATFTs, the ability to follow through, right? Your mind's making note of like, oh, he's going outside in the cold. All right, he's got this. We've been out here now many, many times, right? Okay, he's got this. It's the ability to keep going, you know? And it's quite fascinating, because you know, the me from like Like obviously, like this is considered like cold in comparison to like 20 degrees Celsius, right? This would be extremely cold. Like it's -1. The breeze is a little light, but it's in comparison to what we have experienced, and the body got acclimated to the cold already. Proud of you, body. It got acclimated to this cold. Guess what? We're building tolerance to the cold, and like this is like not even cold. And I get to appreciate the warmer colds, which is weird, but cool, you know? Really grateful for this experience, actually. There's been a lot that had to shift in the last little while. And I'm grateful that everything had to come out and purge, because, like, you know, there are energies that are gonna attempt to derail you or whatnot, but I'm not even focused on that anymore, because I'm only here in the now, because that's an illusion. So now we get on to why I named today guilt. So an audiobook, I was sleeping last night, and I put on a couple videos to play in the background for the subconscious to kind of like pay attention to. Because, you know, even though the conscious mind is asleep, the subconscious mind is still being activated. And this audiobook, I woke up and I started kind of being conscious about it around 6:17 this morning. 6:16 actually. No, 6:17. It doesn't really matter. I woke up around that time. And, well, I don't want to say time, because, you know, that's an illusion. I woke up in that moment. And I was listening to it, and it's like, you feeling guilty, having guilt about having money is not serving the world. That's a bar. You feeling guilt about anything is not serving you or the world. Why are you holding on to this? It was never yours to hold on to. It's all right to have it. So, and I'm gonna go back I will basically share the audiobook while I'm inside while we're chilling. But essentially it was saying, like, this painter, he has something that can change the world. And he grew up in poverty. He grew up in poverty. He grew up in stuff. Even though it's warmer, I also still have to be mindful of the... Morning, brother. It's actually nice and warm to walk on the snow, but I'm gonna just take the loop around. And, you know, he didn't have the resources to get his professional art equipment. So he ended up working a job, like a minimum wage job, doing something that, like fast food or retail or whatever it was, not doing what he came here to do. And then something you always lose. Oh, that's a question, not the AI thing. Anyways, and then he never brought his art to the world. And his art would have made a ripple. A massive ripple. A tremendous ripple. And this gave me a massive shift in perspective this morning, which was amazing. Because here's the ripple he would have missed out on. If he didn't bring his artwork into fruition, into reality, then there would have been lots of people who would have never been inspired by him, who could have been inspired by taking action and being artists by his work, right? Then it could have led to other conversations for others, like, wow, that guy is really cool. Like, you know, it would have sparked interest in other people who may have wanted to go down the route of being an artist. Museums may or may not have been opened to see the artwork of his creation. And the world would have lost out on something so magical. All because he chose to not change his wealth consciousness and still feel guilty about wealth. So the thing is, if he didn't fulfill his mission, right? He didn't fulfill what he was supposed to do, then everybody else would have missed out on what he was supposed to bring to the world. That's why it is important to keep following your goals and your dreams, specifically your vision. Because if you don't fulfill your vision, then you won't inspire someone in the future and make that ripple, and then they will miss out on your goals and your gifts. Morning, brother. If they don't follow their vision, then the world misses out. And it's imperative that you continue to keep going no matter what. But you have to shift your consciousness and not feel guilty about having things, because if you're like, this is like the root of it all, feeling guilty. Feeling guilty for doing things or saying things or being things or whatever it is. It is imperative that you keep moving forward. It is all right to be entitled for the wealth. They say hard work pays off, right? That's society's third dimensional nonsense that they keep imbuing. You came here for something even greater. You're not to feel guilty. In fact, you're not here to affirm your wealth. You're here to declare it. Because if you did not fulfill your role, you don't follow your destiny, the goals and the dreams that you have. I'm not even gonna call it goals. Screw that. Your purpose. If you don't follow your purpose, and the world misses out on what you have to share. Imagine I didn't go live streaming, and I wouldn't have inspired countless of people around the world doing what I'm doing, and I lost sight of that. I wouldn't have met incredible people. Yes, things happen between some, but I wouldn't have had those experiences to strengthen me, to get me stronger so that I could help people to go through the battles and the trials and the tribulations that I had to face. If I didn't go through it, all because I decided to keep playing small, because the world desires you to keep playing small. But you're not here to play small. Oh, no. You're not here to play small at all. You're here for a greater purpose. Everyone is. Will everybody fulfill it? Unfortunately, that won't be the case. But Would I like everybody to fulfill their roles? Abso-fucking-lutely, I would like everybody to fulfill their roles. But it'll come down to each person. It's been a couple days. Yeah. If I did not fulfill my role and do what I'm doing, then I wouldn't have inspired over 300,000 people on this channel since I started live streaming for a full year. And I did that. I wouldn't have got to the level of awareness that I got to if I didn't continue to fulfill my role, my purpose. If I didn't follow my purpose, then everybody would have missed out on the wisdom that is imbuing through this vessel. And because I'm helping humans to get better with using their mind, beyond mindset, that rudimentary, elementary way of thinking, and using mind mastery, I'm making this world a better place. The pressure has been on. I've been pressurized to a diamond. And there comes a point where, like, there's nothing that can stop me now. Nothing can stop me, nothing can hurt me. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do the same thing we did yesterday. We're gonna walk to the bridge, and we're going to walk to the bridge. We're gonna go down that direction. Only because, well, you know what? I don't know. We'll see. I'll let the body decide what we're doing. It makes no difference to me. Either way. Foam barrier is at 91%, so I mean, if it could last until I get back, that'd be great. I won't be staying too long. We'll just do a quick little, like, roundabout. Good morning, sister. Morning to you.
How are you?
I'm great. Nice weather.
Yeah.
Have a great day. Thank you. We're gonna head this way today. Looks like the body wants to go this way. So here we are, we're going this way. We're going this way, and we're gonna experience this way. That's nice. Yeah. So anyways, back to what I was saying. So, you know, if you don't fulfill your purpose, then the world misses out on your gifts and the ripples that you make. All because you chose to play small. All because you chose to play small. There are plenty of ways to make money on this planet. Plenty of ways. I saw yesterday, like, a brother, he apparently went on a TikTok. Like, he went on TikTok, found a TikTok, like, item. He started to sell it, create a brand around it, and then he sold the company and he made like $30 million. And of course, you know, I saw content piece with our brother's, you know, minority mindset, and forget his name. Jagdeep? I think his name is Jagdeep. Jagdeep Singh. He's really good in financial, like, literacy. But like, he was talking about Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, how they choose stock options. When they're building their company, they're not choosing to build, get, you know, paid with salary, right? They're choosing to get paid with stock options, because you have all these stock options. It's 100% legal, right? You have all these stock options, and then with the stock options, you basically, you borrow against it, because you show the bank, look all the resources that I have all this resources, and because I have all this resources, right, you're able to, like, get a loan, and you just repeat and buy the car, buy the house, and it's not taxable. These are the rules of the game. Anyways, you came here to fulfill your purpose. And if you don't fulfill your purpose, the world's going to miss out on your gifts that you came here to share. You must fulfill your purpose at all costs. You came here for a specific gift. Use it. Because if you don't use your gifts, the world misses out on your gifts. And if the world misses out on your gifts, and who knows what you can do. You might inspire a fucking generation of people. And if you don't inspire those people, they miss out. And that's because you were playing damn small. You didn't come here to play small. You didn't come here to play this low-level shit game that people have been telling you that you're meant to be playing. No. You came here to have everything you're supposed to have. You are meant to fulfill your purpose, your destiny. The world has been selling you this bullshit game that you're here to play small. I am not a little voice. I'm a very powerful voice, and I take up that space everywhere I go. I'm comfortable everywhere I go and what I do in every present moment. And I'm not going to let anything or anyone get in my way. It doesn't matter who or what. Because I came here to serve. I didn't come here for bullshit. And that's exactly what I'm going to keep doing. Serving every day. You cannot stop someone who doesn't adhere to the rules and the laws and knows that this is an illusion. It's not real. You, me, and everyone right now is to fulfill our destiny, our roles, our purpose. Because if we don't, if we do not, guess what happens? The world misses out. The world misses out on what you're supposed to share with the world. And you came here to share something epic. Every single one of us. And that's the message. That you must be yourself and that you have all the answers. You end your own suffering. You end your own suffering. But you have to realize that if you don't fulfill your purpose and you don't go after your dreams and whatever it is that you have, the world misses out on your gifts. Do not allow the world to tell you that your dreams are small. You came here with bigger goals and dreams than you can ever realize. The universe desires for you to fulfill it. You must fulfill your purpose at all cost. I know it seems hard. I know it seems difficult at times, but you can do it. You know why? Because there's only ever going to be one of you, and you are meant to fulfill that purpose. And it looks like we're walking the path today, which is good. You came here to fulfill your role, your purpose. And if you don't fulfill it, then the world misses out. And if the world misses out, then you're going to miss out on all those people who are supposed to get help by you specifically. And you will be a disservice to this world. When Angel said what she said to me, and I'm so grateful Angel said this to me back in 2021 into 2022, Andre, you're being a disservice. The seeds were planted for it to sprout several years later. It didn't sprout right away. Sometimes some things have to take some human time for it to be nested, settled, nurtured, watered, and then bloom. So when she told me that you're being a disservice, Andre, you're being a disservice to yourself and to the world. They're missing out on your gifts. I didn't believe her at the time. I couldn't, because I was too trapped in my mind. I was too stuck with inside my head, thinking it had to be this way and that way in all kinds of ways. But then I came to realize exactly what she meant by that. That it wasn't for my purpose only, it was for others, because if I did not do and say what I was saying, then others would have missed out on what I had to say. And because of that, of course, for those who are able to actually hear and listen and not just like, throw it away and discard it, because some have taken the words that I've shared and they discard it. Yesterday, a sister came on, Gabby. I don't know what her actual age is or she's been quite the interesting character, to say the least. But she'll come on and she'll say, "Ayo, what's up?" I'm like, "Just chilling, hanging out. You?" And she's like, "Nothing." And then, "Bye." I'm like, "Okay, bye." Right? But anyways, like if you don't fulfill your purpose, right? If you do not fulfill your purpose. Good morning.
Good morning.
Have a great day. Thank you so much. If you do not fulfill your purpose, then the world misses out on your gifts. And if the world misses out on your gifts, you basically prevent them from fulfilling their roles, potentially. They may find it somewhere else. So I'm grateful that I listened to that as a reminder why I'm doing what I'm doing, saying what I'm saying, being who I'm supposed to be. In every present moment, no matter what. There's no more time to feel guilty about things. The world requires my help. I didn't come here to save the world, though. Let me make it abundantly clear. I did not come here to save the world or anybody. I came here to mirror back the awareness that you are supposed to save yourself. And you have the power in your hands because you have the answers within. You have everything within. You have it right now. It just seems like you don't, but you actually do. You have it all within right now. It all exists right here, right now, simultaneously, and you have it. There's no more time to feel guilty about anything. It's like something cracked last night when I heard that. Because if I don't fulfill my purpose, then others around me won't fulfill their purpose. They won't, and if I don't have wealth, if I don't gain my wealth, then others won't be able to be free to be able to do their things. Because if I keep saying I'm guilty or I'm feeling guilty about having wealth, because consciously I don't, but subconsciously, maybe the subconscious is still adhering. But you know what? I've already told the subconscious that's enough. I've made a mental declaration inside. That's enough. No more. We had that conversation. I sat and did theta work yesterday, basically. But if I don't fulfill my role, then other people on the planet will not fulfill their role. Because if I don't do it, and they don't hear what I have to say, and that can spark something inside of their soul to go live their dreams, then guess what happens? Their soul does not go and fulfill their dreams unless someone else comes about later on in the timeline, because this is all parallel realities, to fulfill their roles. So you, me, and everyone, we all have to fulfill our roles. It is imperative. No more feeling guilty about anything. And guilt is one of those nasty frequencies that's going to keep you playing small, and that you can call them archons or you can call them Samael. I don't really give a shit about what their name is. I don't adhere to them. They may exist. I don't care if they exist. I really don't. I came here to fulfill my role. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And that's exactly what I'm doing, and that's exactly what you're doing. Period, the end on that. Because if you don't, let me paint you the picture. Let me paint you the picture one more time. You don't fulfill your role. Somebody who was supposed to get inspired by you, and they make their impact in the world, doesn't get impacted by your work, by your words, by your art, by your purpose, and they miss out. And then they end up working some crappy ass job because you decided not to fulfill your role, because you were too afraid, or you were guilty for having wealth and you played small. You were told a lie, you were taught a lie, that you're supposed to be humble and have humility. I'm not saying not to have these things, but you were taught to diminish your light to make others feel comfortable while you dumbed yourself down. You're supposed to make yourself comfortable, and in the process you make others feel comfortable. That's the paradox. You taking up space is required. I'm so grateful that that audiobook showed up this morning, and then of course the sister talking about taking the cold winter walks. This is the winter arc, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't the time for me to slow down. This is just fuel to the fire. It's building resilience. I knew what it was doing. You do hard things, the mind will be able to handle harder things. That's why there's a saying, you do the hard things now, life becomes easier. You do the easy things now, life becomes harder. But here's the thing, there's a paradox with this. You can tell your mind anything as long as you don't feel guilty about it. Anything can be technically considered hard. even getting up from your bed can be considered hard, right? Everything's a win that you're doing. It may not feel like that because you're like, oh, but it should be this. That person's waiting for me. Nope. There we go. Right? It depends on what is your perspective on hard, right? If this was 7 years ago, taking a walk would have been considered really difficult for me. I wasn't a walker. I didn't really like coming out in nature. In fact, I really liked to be inside. I was a homebody 7 years ago. Now, that's not entirely true because in 2015, before my ex-wife came, you know, I would go out into the trail and take photos for her, show her nature. Right? I was taking photos and showing her nature. So I already knew, like, I was already on the precipice of shifting, but I wasn't aware. So let's go back even further. 2008. The 2008 version of me did not come outside one time. I did not go outside at all. Oh my God, just thinking about that is like, wow, I don't know how I did it. Like, the blinds were closed all day. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. The room that I'm currently in right now was the room that I was crying and depressed for years. Just so you know. It was once my prison, now it's my paradise. Because this has been my training grounds, preparing me for what is inevitable. Now, of course, I'm in this current state of being, and of course, life is going to do its thing, and it's going to come and attempt to derail. The mind's going to do its best to derail, right? But I already know how the mind works. And anyways, in 2008, I didn't even come outside one time. Take that in for a moment. Take that fucking in for a moment. I did not even step outside once. I was inside all day playing video games. I was sad. I was depressed. I had no purpose at the time. I feel like life sucked. Like everything sucked. I wanted to end my life. Not by my own hands, but by something coming and like slaying me or something. I wanted nothing to do with this world at the time. Nothing. Think about this for a moment. Imagine I went through with that. Do you think you all would have been here with me? Fuck no. Do you think I would have been where I am right now? Fuck no. Do you think I would have experienced San Diego and having amazing experience with other people? No. Even all these trials and tribulations that has happened on the live stream? No. To strengthen me? No. Look at all the magical things that has happened since 2008. It's countless. Look at all the wins that I've had. Take in all the wins that you had. All of you from 2008. The version of you from 2008 to now, take in all the wins. Now, I know all of you have been alive since 2008. Unless you're like, what? Unless you're like, you were born after 2008, but I'm sure majority of you are born before 2008, or at least 2008. But you get what I'm saying, right? That doggy was looking at me. They're corgis. One of them was just like staring at me. They have happy faces. You know, there's certain dogs that you look at, they have like faces, and then those ones have happy faces. Those ones have happy faces. Well, we're in the trail, and and we got to walk. We're walking the entirety of it, which is good. He's about to throw the ball or the stick or whatever it is, and they're waiting. They're waiting for him. He's looking for the ball. He's like looking back and forth for it, I guess. The corgis are like, what the hell is he doing? Anyways, kind of getting off topic with the corgis and him. If I didn't fulfill my role, I wouldn't be here. If I had died in 2008 or 2018, I wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't have impacted 300,000 plus people and counting. Honestly, it's probably closer to 400,000 plus people now. Because I take all the views and I add it. And it's roughly about 400,000. If I did not help, if I did not come on and share what I had to share, then there's so many of you who have not gone inspired. Through my trials and tribulations, through the fear, through all of it. There is no more of that. It ends right now because I made a mental declaration inside that ends right now. No more guilt. The guilt ends now. You decide. This is the turning point. This is the moment. You want to hear something fascinating? Cloudy day, as you can see. Actually warmer. I'm really grateful. But what I was going to say is the phone battery currently 70% and holding. I started it with 96. Now it's at 69. I was thinking I was just going to walk that little bit. Nope. We're walking the entirety of it. Even just being outside for a little bit, even in the winter, is making a massive difference. Once the cold isn't too cold and it's not painful, this is actually good. I actually like it. I actually don't mind winter anymore. I used to hate it. I actually like it now. I like it so much. I don't like shoveling, but you know, I get to change my perspective on shoveling. Like, well, I get to work my muscles. All right, y'all. So here's the water. Can't really call it daily water at the present moment because it isn't. But here we are at the water, frozen. Frozen over. And I got snow in my shoe, but it's okay. Now my socks are wet. Not the greatest thing I should have done there, but whatever. It's all good. It's too late now. Socks are gonna be wet. It's fine. Add a challenge to this. I'll just make sure to take off my socks when I get back inside. But here we are at the water, frozen over. So we'll see what happens in the next couple days, if it will unfreeze itself. You know, the sister, I just saw 5555, that was awesome. The sister who talked about the winter walk, she mentioned, you know, she just comes outside with no technology. There's less people walking outside, so it's peaceful. So more clarity. And she's right. There's less people outside walking. More clarity. You know, there's gonna come a point where I'm gonna not be streaming doing the walks anymore. I'm gonna just do my walks. Or I may still do it. It all depends, right? Might make separate live streams, like walk and talk, December blah blah blah, make it that title, or just call it whatever. I have no idea yet. We'll see. But I do know that the winter arc has begun. It already began at the beginning of December, when we were forced to be inside more. But you know, this is nice. This is nice warm, or nice cold. It's peaceful. I like it. It's funny how you can now see through there with ease, because everything's like pretty much, like most of the leaves on all these trees are pretty much done. There's still a couple lingering, but they're pretty much dead. But it's nice. I'm grateful. Anyways, back to what I was saying. If I did not fulfill my role, if I did not fulfill my role in live stream, there's so many people who would have not been inspired by the things that I was saying. Well, technically by the things that you are saying, because it's actually you speaking to yourself. It's not me. It's actually you. Because I am you and you are me and we are one. This is awesome. How wild. All right, bye water. I'll see you, I'll see you maybe tomorrow. Ooh, slippery. Bye water. Thank you for that moment to just chill. My gloves got a bunch of ice on it. No big deal. We should be seeing Tom shortly. He actually walks pretty far every day, or whenever he comes out. See, if I didn't, here's another one. If I didn't live stream, right? Or if I didn't come out and I didn't really talk with him, and I told Tom that everything's gonna work out the way it's supposed to, and it did. But if I didn't inspire him, who knows, he may have not pushed himself to go and take care of his stuff, right? Now the things are in motion and he'll be able to travel whenever he's supposed to. And then he'll be able to go see his daughter finally. He'll be able to cross the border. And that can lead to other things. I also told him about hand warmers. I'm not saying that he probably didn't know, but I'm like, yeah, man, my hands are like fucking cold, but I'm grateful I have these hand warmers. They kind of keep my hands warm. There he is. Speaking of him, but if I didn't tell him, he wouldn't have potentially bought hand warmers. Game changer for him. Now it's comfortable. And it's beautiful. I'm liking today. It's very good. It's nice and fresh.
Break from the freeze.
Yeah, a break from the freeze.
Yeah, that's great. It feels good for walking.
It does. Yeah.
Compared to the last few days.
Yeah. There was a YouTube video that popped up on my feed this morning talking about winter walk. I never even look up stuff like that. And she was saying like, it's not time for us to be inside. It's time for us to still be outside because it builds tolerance. It builds our health, our immune system. Because like when you're outside in the cold, like you're able to not get sick. Because you're building tolerance. But when you're stuck inside and you don't come outside, then when you do, you might end up getting something.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I was like, I like that the video popped up. I'm like, it was just a reminder to keep doing it, no matter how cold it is. Yeah.
As long as you get out.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how long you.
Yeah, it's like she said, like challenge yourself for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm doing more than 20 minutes. You're doing more than 20 minutes, right? It's like walking from where you start to here is more than 20 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Right? Walking to where you're going is going to take you probably another like 25 to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So
I go right to the end.
Right to the end and come right back. Yeah. That's awesome.
Instead of going across Albee and then continue.
Yeah.
I just go right to Irwin Avenue.
Yeah.
And then come back.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah. I would do that, but I'm on the live stream and my battery doesn't last long on my phone, so that's why I have to walk faster and get going. Yeah. Morning.
I started this not long ago.
Yeah.
And Jesus, I said, the last time I walked a good walk was when I was in high school.
Yeah. Makes a difference.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm so used to driving wherever I go.
Yeah.
I said, that's not good.
Yeah.
I gotta get out, exercise a bit.
Health is king. Yeah. Without it, nothing else matters. Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
All right, brother. You too. Take care. Enjoy your walk. Thank you. It's a pleasant cold today, y'all. Yeah, BC, if I didn't share with Tom about those hand warmers like that day, he would have never had the hand warmers. Do you see the ripples that are happening? It may not seem like a big ripple, but it's a ripple. Because now he's coming out more, because he just said that he never used to really walk. And the last time he really walked was in high school. And now that he's coming out, right, and he's doing it more, it's improving his health. And that's changing his life, right? That's what I'm saying. Like all these little ripples, they may not seem like much, but they're adding up, right? Even just saying hello to someone can make a world of difference because you see them and you acknowledge them. That's why I say hello. I don't say hello for my purpose of like, hey, say hello back to me. Hi, say hi to me. I see you. Maybe someone didn't say hello to you today, but I'm saying hello to you. Hello. It's good to see you. Right? The ripples. Don't feel guilty about having wealth, because if you have the wealth and you can make the ripples with your wealth, you're supposed to have wealth. You're supposed to have it. You're not supposed to be in lack. Lack doesn't exist. You're supposed to have this stuff so that you can go in and help with the world, make your impact. Morning. However, like, if you don't, listen carefully to the ripple again. If you end up not fulfilling your role, and there's someone, I'm not saying that you may change the world, but you may change the world, right? We don't know. And you're not really changing the world, you're changing yourself. But subsequently, you're going to help change other people's worlds within their world, because they're going to see something within you that you decided to do. And if you decide to do it and you share it, then you help them. But if you don't follow through, then they miss out. Hence the you're being a disservice aspect. It's actually a disservice to not be wealthy, because if you're not wealthy and you don't fulfill your role, then so many, maybe millions of people will miss out on what you're supposed to say. A year ago, I never thought I was going to help over 300,000+ people on this planet. But if I hadn't done what I said, if I hadn't done what I did and said what I said, then 300,000+ people on this planet, their lives wouldn't have been better. I made a ripple. I've impacted 6 out of 7 continents, because no one's in Antarctica listening to this right now. And don't start with 6, 7, because we're not talking about that. Anyways, I've impacted 6 continents, and their lives are better because I decided to do something. And because I decided to do something, the world is starting to get better. Because you know what? Here's a ripple that I cannot see. Somebody heard what I said from, let's say, I'm going to use a couple countries: Jamaica, Pakistan, Japan, and New Zealand.